Ellen hiding in the bathroom with a hidden camera.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Tonight we're back again exposing the darkest part of TikToks, and I already know what you guys are gonna say. Sean, where have you been, bro? It's getting ridiculous at this point. I know, but I'm back. We're exposing dark secrets all of it. You know what? We're exposing dark secrets until the day I'm gone, bro. So just be ready. But I know a lot of you guys have been missing these videos, so I made sure to step up my game this time and bring even more dark secrets. So I hope you're ready and you can make it to the end of this video. And I'm not sure if Jay-Z and his big nose are gonna be in this video, but that would sure be terrifying. What's even scarier than the TikToks we're about to watch today is the fact that 60% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more scary videos. Thank you.
The UK is now facing an unprecedented outbreak according to health officials. And to make it even more concerning, those who have died and are currently most at risk from this outbreak are students. So here's what's going on. On Sunday, UK health officials announced that there was a serious outbreak of meningitis in the city of Canterbury, which they have now declared a national incident. Meningitis causes inflammation of the protective membranes that surround the brain and spinal cord, and its side effects includes things like sudden high fever, stiff neck, severe headache, nausea, vomiting, sensitivity to light, etc. Now, this recent outbreak in particular is being described by health officials as unprecedented due to its explosive nature, and the Times even described it as the worst meningitis outbreak in a generation. So far, 2 people have who are only 18 and 21, and 13 more are in hospital, and the majority of other cases so far have all been linked back to what authorities believe was its place of origin, a nightclub in Canterbury called Chemistry. They describe this as a super spreader event because meningitis can be passed through kissing, sharing vapes, or drinks. Now you're probably wondering why the hell this is happening, because meningitis has been in the UK for decades. Well, there's actually multiple strains. For example, Men C was vaccinated against in 1999, and cases dropped by about 96%. And interestingly, vaccinations for this strain were only introduced by the NHS for children who were born after 2015. Meaning if you were older than 11 or 12, which is the majority of the UK population, you will likely not have this vaccination. And you know, with Men B having a concerning of 1 in 10, the University of Kent have cancelled their exams, and huge long queues can be seen lining up for antibiotics. The UK's Deputy Chief Medical Officer said that it was the quickest growing outbreak he had ever seen in his entire career. And while contracting meningitis is very serious, the UK Secretary is saying that the risk of it spreading nationally is very low. But of course, as this situation develops, I'll keep you guys updated.
Jeffrey Dahmer's mother has claimed that her son never hurt any of the men that he. Newly unearthed tapes show Joyce Flint, his mum, making a chilling defense of her serial killer son. She admitted that he did kill them, cut them up, and in some cases kill them, but because they were he didn't technically hurt them. The Dahmer family tapes reveal her desperate attempt to separate the monster from who she knows her son to be. For the families of the 17 men that he killed, her words are like a second betrayal, a reminder of the horror that went ignored for years. The full details of the tapes are live on news.com.au.
Yeah, honestly, bro, you can't even make this up. You know, I know my son unalived a bunch of people and ate them, but he didn't hurt nobody. Like, all right, bro, take the mic away, bro. Just take the mic. Just get her out of here, bro.
I just saw a gentleman claim that he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show because he was a child prodigy chess player, and that just after he got off set, he looks to his right and sees Ellen's dressing room door open. It was open just enough that he can see her manually dislocating her jaw, embodying an entire Gelson's rotisserie chicken in one gulp. She then turned and looked at him and hissed. He sprinted all the way to his dressing room and tried to tell his mom, but she didn't believe him. And I'm pretty sure that's not the first time somebody has told a similar story about Ellen DeGeneres. And a lot of people in the comments are saying, are you sure that was a rotisserie chicken? Let me know what you think in the comments.
The U.S. buried 120,000 tons of nuclear waste under a concrete dome on a tiny Pacific island, and it is officially cracking open. This is obviously insane, but between 1946 and 1958, the United States detonated 67 nuclear bombs across the Marshall Islands. Some of them were actually 1,000 times more powerful than Hiroshima, and everybody should know how big that one was. Whenever they were done, they sent soldiers to scrape radioactive soil, debris, and plutonium off of 6 different islands, and then they dumped it all into one spot in a crater on a tiny island. They then thought that it was a brilliant idea to seal it with an 18-inch concrete cap, and locals literally called this area the Tomb. And now, almost 50 years later, visible cracks are spreading across the surface. So, do we sense a problem here? The island sits just 6 feet above sea level, and scientists are saying that it'll be partially underwater by the end of the century. So, it's problem after problem after problem after problem. And the actual material that's inside the crater is plutonium-239. It stays radioactive for 24,000 years. A nuclear engineer said that no concrete structure on Earth could survive even a small fraction of that, and people still live 20 miles away and fish in that lagoon. And somehow, the moral of this entire story is, the US says that it is not their problem anymore.
John McAfee, you know who John McAfee is? He founded McAfee Cybersecurity. Apparently he had so much dirt on all of these elites and all these people. He actually got tatted on his chest if he was whacked, as in like he was taken out. He was actually being investigated through the US government because of so much information that he had, and he got it because
after they had raided my property in 2012 in the jungle, my dog abused me, destroyed $500,000 worth of my property over a bogus charge. I was pissed off, and so I donated to many secretaries within the government laptop computers, really nice ones that were preloaded with viral spyware. Within a week, the entire government computer system was under my control. I did find out that the Minister of National Defense was the largest drug in all of Central America. The Minister of Immigration, the largest human.
We don't want to get by them either.
so he ended up going to jail and he died in jail.
I mean, with the way the world is now, bro, you could have all the evidence on all these people and nothing matters, bro. Nobody's gonna do nothing about it. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's crazy, and then just start scrolling and riding their brain on TikTok. Like,
So I think it's pretty much confirmed that aliens exist at this point. Bro, 2 US presidents have talked about and confirmed the existence of aliens.
What?
So it started off with Obama. He was on a YouTuber's podcast, basically talking about everything under the sun. But this is what he said.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility.
No way. What?
Crazy, right?
You just admitted.
Okay, right. His wording in that was he kind of danced around it a little bit, but
I mean,
it
could have just been a slip up. I don't know.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that. But then one of these news reporters was really sneaky with his wording, right? That he said to Donald Trump, and he said this to Trump.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that, you know.
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do.
He just confirmed it, didn't he?
The way that the news reporter was like, yo, Obama confirmed aliens, and then Trump was like, well, that was classified information. What?
Well, he was like, Obama's gonna get in trouble for saying that I know also.
Right. But that makes me think, have they come here, or has NASA just been able to confirm it? Bro, it's scary to me. It's crazy.
You know what the GATE program is?
No, what is that?
Bro, first off, the GATE program, it's pretty much this, it's this group of kids that get sent because they're special, like they're like not special ed, but like intelligence. Special intelligence, and they teach them things, right? Now, the conspiracy is the kids that were sent here were being tested for like psychic abilities.
What?
Now,
no way.
Hold on, bro.
If there's like a mole on you, you're sent there?
No. Oh, it's even crazier than that.
What?
Yo, it's even crazier than that. Hold on. But first off, there's this video I came across. They're talking about if you remember this stuff, you were probably part of the GATE program.
Yeah.
So these were like the headphones you wear, because what
everyone
you do,
had those.
I know. But look, let it play out.
Okay.
But you would listen to this. I remember this is exact audio, fam.
You remember doing
So it was like a guided audio lesson, and it sounded just like that. I remember wearing headphones and I had to do this, bro.
What?
And then you never did this before.
No.
So these things, it was like you took string.
Oh no, yeah, I did those.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
With the colored yarn on the.
This is one of them too.
Or the little wooden boards with the nails.
Leave down in the comments if you were part of GATE. Leave down in the comments, because apparently it's huge. Like, it was all over North America, US, and Canada, and across multiple schools. And it was a government, like, I don't know, I guess, like, program.
Okay.
This gets weird,
because
they made me, and they made all of us drink this pink drink in like small paper cups, and that's what they say people from GATE were drinking.
What? Wait, so you actually did this?
No, I swear.
Like, there's no Mandela
This is no
effect.
Mandela. Look, I'm telling you what happened.
Yep, NASA just confirmed that a fiery hell is real, and what they found is matching every biblical description word for word, and we cannot escape this. People were horrified after NASA revealed images of a place with oceans made of entirely molten lava, an atmosphere made of vaporized rock, and sonic winds over 3,100 miles per hour that rip rocks into the sky and rain them back down into the fire, with many warning hell might actually be a real place we can now see. Even reports show 2/3 of this place is locked in permanent burning daylight at over 5,000 degrees, while the other side is trapped in eternal freezing darkness at -328, with no in-between. And many are claiming these descriptions are eerily familiar. But it gets much stranger as NASA confirmed the atmosphere of this place contains hydrogen cyanide, a chemical weapon used to execute people, meaning not only would you burn alive, but the air itself would take your life before the fire ever could. Named K2141b,
located just 200 light years away, is completely covered in lava.
Many claim scientists have found hell due to the conditions of this planet, but do you believe it is?
What if everything you know about human history is a cover story? Thousands of years ago, the sky cracked open. Massive gleaming ships, silent and impossible, descended over deserts and jungle. Beings stepped out, tall, radiant, skin like liquid metal under alien sun. They weren't gods, they were visitors, engineers. Eric von Daniken cracked this open in 1968. Ancient aliens didn't just fly by, they built us. The Anunnaki from Sumerian clay tablets, sky gods who mined Earth's gold, then took ape-like creatures, spliced their own DNA, and engineered Homo sapiens as perfect, obedient laborers. We're not natural evolution, we're a hybrid project. The pyramids of Giza, 2.3 million blocks, each 2 to 80 tons, aligned to true north so precisely a fraction of a degree off would ruin it. In the Bible, Ezekiel saw wheels within wheels, fire, living creatures. Sounds like a UFO encounter. Is religion actually distorted memories of first contact? We might be the experiment that outgrew the lab, and the elites might know this. They guard the bloodline. Next time you look up at the stars, ask yourself, are we alone or are we the leftovers? As always, stay weird.
It's in a box.
Burger is 24
in my
years old.
closet.
She put it in a box.
This is
Shout
the
out,
sack that it came in, and it was advertising a NASCAR race in 1996. So this dates
96.
the hamburger in its section to 24 years old now.
Deal eventually to sell the people out, bro, and start basically sending everything. But even in this video, you don't see like a bunch of fat people and stuff, but that don't mean it wasn't doing what it had to do. Remember the Super Size Me project? That was early 2000s, y'all. I bet you they don't show that in school no more. They don't even want you to think, bruh.
You know a burger is terrible when even... Okay, bro, why am I so white? God damn. You know a burger is terrible when not even bacteria wants it. Like, they literally put this burger away in a time capsule. And this is the same burger it was back in the day. So...
It's crazy. Have you ever heard the phrase, they don't make them like they used to? Well, there's a reason why. It's called the planned obsolescence. So back in 1924, in Geneva, Switzerland, a group of elites met together. They all owned light bulb manufacturers, and they said, our light bulbs last too long. They all noticed their sales are going down because their light bulbs were too good. Their light bulbs at that time could run for about 2,000 hours. They're like, we need to cut that in half. So they all agreed, all shook on it. We need to crappier products to sell more. They all had to send their light bulbs to get tested, and if it went over 1,000 hours, that company was fine. And so from that meeting, they came up with a term to call themselves the Phoebus Cartel. Phoebus is the god of light, and that term, planned obsolescence, was adopted to every single product now.
Yeah.
Like iPhone, they don't last forever.
I feel like most people know Charlie Chaplin as this cute guy in a hat who didn't say a word, but what if I told you that his life was like a 2,000-page FBI nightmare that was full of scandals and all kinds of crazy stuff? So Charlie definitely had a pattern. Out of his 4 wives, 3 of them were 18. His first wife, Mildred, was 16. His second wife, Lita, was 16. He actually married her in Mexico to keep from getting charges when he got her pregnant. Even his soulmate Una was 18 when he was 54. He was labeled a complete monster on set, a literal nightmare to deal with. He was a perfectionist, and he once made an actress repeat a line, "Flower, sir," 342 times. He even tried making a movie where the only person on set was him because he hated being around people that much. The FBI had a 2,000-page file on him. They accused him of, quote, being a communist sympathizer and an unsavory character. In 1952, he was banned by the Attorney General from entering the US, so he stayed in Switzerland for 20 years. They hated him that much here. Charlie only returned to America in 1972 to accept an Oscar where he got like a 12-minute long standing ovation. And then 2 months after he died, 1977, his body was stolen by two men who tried to sell it as ransom for like $600,000, but his body was returned back and put under some concrete. So yeah, he was pretty disgusting and scary.
What if these aliens that people keep talking about are not even aliens at all? Because this exorcist right here, named Chad Ripperger, he don't think those gray aliens are extraterrestrials at all. He think they're more of demonic. He think they're demons. Demons. And the reason he said he believed that is because he said he listened to a lot of stories where people was abducted. He said, and the same stories they told is the same things he witnessed when he was doing like an exorcist or some shit for a demonic case. He said they were one and the same. Y'all, and it could get deep at people thinking that these are fallen angels. Then you got a lot of people thinking they're in the government or they run the government. So I don't know, y'all. I need y'all thoughts down below. What do y'all think? Do y'all think these are real aliens that come from outer space, or do y'all think these are demons?
Tom Hanks posted this with Oprah. He was holding a sign that says, "I cannot talk." But behind it, look what's behind it. Meat and hot dogs as a clock. Have you ever seen this picture? Oh. Damn, Oprah's right beside him. I'm not allowed to talk. And look at his left eye, panda eye. You know the symbols of that. You're part of the club. So he joked around saying, "They say I'm the nicest guy in Hollywood. Good thing they don't check my backyard. I got hello there." Who said that? Hanks said that. Hanks said that? Yes. He's the same one that did this. Remember that pose?
In Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. He's the one. Yeah.
Guess how old this picture is, guys? This is Oprah from the 1920s, bro. Somebody just posted this and I can't tell you who it was. This is Oprah from 1920. This is what people are saying. So if this is Oprah from 1920, who's this? Who is this right here? Because if that was Oprah from 1920, that means she would be 106 years old. Now, how are you getting younger when you're older and getting older? Something's going on here, guys, and people are saying that Oprah might be, you already know, I don't even gotta say it. Yeah. So, this is why these people still look young. And they're not aging, but people like us age. Look, I got grays everywhere, doggy. Where's her grays? Shut up! People in those comments had the nerve to say that maybe she's a vampire, right? Maybe she's a time traveler, right? Because people be saying anything, and what they be saying is not true. You know why? Because this video is for entertainment purposes only, guys, and this picture is not from the 1920s. This is a recent picture that was put with a filter that was black and white. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this one. I'm out.
Did you know Billionaire by Bruno Mars? Did you know that Diddy was supposed to be in the main lyric of that shit? Wait, you know when Bruno Mars says, "I wanna be a billionaire." So again. Yeah, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. You know he was originally gonna say, smiling next to Diddy and the Queen.
Hell no.
Is that crazy?
Hell no.
Is that crazy?
That's
so Travis McCoy was in an interview on a podcast, and he mentioned that Bruno had it as Diddy and the Queen.
Oh my god.
Before he told him to change it. Change it to Oprah
and the Queen.
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
Standing next to Diddy and the Queen.
That doesn't even sound right. Diddy and the Queen? That's so random.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. That's what he's saying. This is literally him.
You know they found Jeffrey Epstein's Spotify playlist?
Oh, did they?
Yeah. One playlist was like strictly Pitbull. So I'm like, yo, was Pitbull in the thing? Like, someone has to search up if Pitbull was ever in the files. Because if he was listening to so much Pitbull and like these party songs, it had to be.
There's strong evidence that Amelia Earhart survived her crash and was by coconut crabs. Before we get too far, this is a coconut crab. So the island you're seeing here is Nikki Memorial Island, which is the island that she most likely ended up on. So decades later, when they searched this island, they found a woman's shoe from 1930s, her specific freckle cream, and then they found 13 human bones near a tree. Now obviously we have over 200 bones in the human body, so why would there only be 13? That's where the coconut crabs theory comes in. These things get over 3 foot wide, they have a pinch stronger than a lion's bite, and they're called robber crabs because they come out and then they drag stuff far into these deep dark burrows. They've been seen killing large birds, kittens, and even dog skulls and dragging them away. So to test this theory, scientists put a pig carcass on the island, and in just 2 weeks it was completely stripped away of any flesh, and the bones were dragged 60 foot away. So imagine how terrifying it would be for Amelia if she survived the crash to be on this island, and then at night all these crabs start scurrying towards you, getting closer and closer, and you have no idea what it is because it's nighttime outside. Multiple women reported hearing Amelia's cries for help, her saying things like "still alive, better hurry, tell husband all right, we have taken in water, my navigator is badly hurt, we are in need of medical care and must have help, we can't hold on much longer." But those reports weren't taken seriously. These claims were just considered hoax or bogus at the time. Modern researchers have analyzed at least 120 of these reports and labeled 57 of them as credible, making it very likely that she survived her crash, she was on the island, and these crabs overtook her, she was injured, whatever, and then they took.
I've been on this show 8 times now, and I still remember Ellen hiding in the bathroom with a hidden camera. She did me so bad and I fell and I could have died.
Do you guys think this is a joke? Well, I'll tell you, she was telling the truth, and it's not the first time that she's done this. People are finally waking up to the energy behind the show. It wasn't just scare pranks, it was a documented culture of fear. We're talking about an office where staff literally couldn't make eye contact with Ellen. Trust me, it goes deeper than this. Ellen claims that she didn't even know that this was a rule. And the bathroom thing, it's real. She filmed JB, Selena, and Taylor in private just for content. Her own staff blew the whistle on the intimidation and claims of bullying while she was out there selling Be Kind t-shirts. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
I'm not gonna lie, if I went viral in like 2014 and I was on Ellen and I walk into my bathroom and Ellen's in there, yo, she's catching a fade. Nah, like you can't just walk into someone's bathroom and be hiding in there, bro. Especially with cameras. Like, all right, Ellen, like if you really want to broadcast you catching the Mike Tyson, we can do it.
Is Hollywood showing us its dark secrets in plain sight? Did you know that there is a secret code in almost every Pixar movie? You can catch it in movies like Toy Story and Monsters Inc. and almost the entire Pixar catalog. Sometimes front and center, sometimes blink and you miss it. A113. So what does A113 mean? We're told that that number is actually the classroom number used by animation students at Cal Arts, where a ton of Pixar animators actually study. Somewhat of an inside joke or a tribute to their roots. But there's also a disturbing theory going around about it. There is also a theory that A113 actually represents the biomolecule which is produced in the body by the oxidation of the hormone adrenaline. So it's produced when the body experiences high states of adrenaline or emotion, say fear. So the theory goes if you can accumulate this stuff, it actually has a particular use. Why is this sounding familiar? It's basically the plot of a Monsters Inc. So I'm not going to say what its uses are, but there's definitely been some interesting theories floating around about it. They could be hiding this right in plain sight.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Now you got Popeyes CEO doing their taste test. Like Popeyes is not goy slop, bro. Now listen, bro. I know these fast food companies be on social media. I see Popeyes and they. So what's up with this? What's up with this right here? So good, huh? Oh my goodness. Why is all this shit in a brioche bun? Why is all this shit in mayonnaise? Why is all this shit in the margarine? Which is insane. That's not even the burger. I mean the chicken patty. Oh no, we got it right. Why? Look at all that in chicken, bro. I can't even read all that. It said this was the CEO. Now it's freedom of speech, bro. When I clicked on Popeye's page, I'm not spreading no misinformation or nothing. I'm clearly just pulling up photos, bro. So don't try to take my no, bro. We got the right to know why this is happening. Popeyes, if you watch it, This was in the comments of your last video when you had that brother on there eating them pickles, shucking and jiving, ooh, ooh, on your page. That's what y'all do. Y'all hire like faces to promote y'all slop. Ooh, fried pickles. Ooh. So goofy ass up, nigga.
There's a conspiracy theory that claims that we're already dead, and the evidence comes from science. There are two things that are documented to happen when someone clinically dies. The first is that your entire life will flash before your eyes, and the second is that your brain keeps working 7 minutes after your body is gone. And we've literally recorded the brain still firing after death, actively creating memories. So for 7 minutes, we're in this dreamlike state where we're reliving our entire life. And according to this guy you may have heard of, Albert Einstein, time is relative. But what does that actually mean? This is suggesting that 7 minutes in the real world could feel like 100 years in the dream state. Kind of like when you fall asleep, you dream an entire movie, then wake up 5 minutes later. Now here's where it gets weird. Some people believe that we all died in 2012. That's when the Mayan calendar predicted the end of the world. And remember, this is all just for fun, this is just a conspiracy theory. This theory suggests that instead of an apocalypse, we collectively slipped into this 7-minute brain echo. And this right here, right now, is our dream. This is us reliving our memories. And little time glitches, little weird things like the Mandela effects, or like deja vu, or feeling like the world is off, those are just cracks in the memory trying to keep itself stitched together. So this theory is saying that that would mean that the world did end and we just haven't accepted it yet. Do you think we're 7 minutes into the afterlife?
I mean, Albert Einstein also did marry his cousin, so I'm not sure how credible, his theories can be. I'm sure he was a smart dude, but marrying your cousin is a little bit not very smart. If you ask me, I don't know how y'all be rocking. I don't know, someone maybe one of you watching this is married to your cousin. Seek help, but I don't know, bro.
What if one of the biggest museums in America didn't just collect history, it hid history? For over 100 years, there have been old newspaper reports from across the United States describing the discovery of oversized human skeletons, or giants, some allegedly between 7 and 12 feet tall, pulled from burial mounds, caves, and remote dig sites. And over again, those reports end the same way. The remains were supposedly sent to the Smithsonian, then they vanished forever. Researchers and conspiracy circles point to a pattern. Strange skeleton found, local excitement, officials arrived, bones are removed, story goes cold. Some even claim former workers and local witnesses described crates being taken away from excavation sites before independent researchers could document what was there. Now officially, the Smithsonian denies hiding evidence of giants. Historians say many of those old reports were exaggerations, hoaxes, or bad measurements. But most of us don't buy it. Why do giant stories show up in native traditions, biblical texts, and ancient records from all over the world? What if proving ancient giants existed would completely wreck the version of history we've been taught? The Smithsonian has more artifacts hidden than they do that are shown. As always, stay weird.
The Sanctum Club is an elite club in Beverly Hills that has been called half pagan cult, half entertainment mogul after party club. They've got a whole season of a reality show called Sanctum. It's all about the Sanctum Sex Club. It's a whole season, a documentary following the founder, Damon. He goes around and it shows him preparing for these sexual erotic events while his entire family life falls apart. It's like riveting and depressing at the same time. The minute things start getting hot, it cuts to him being like, yeah, so my daughters won't talk to me anymore because they're getting bullied at school because someone found out about my job on Instagram. They're bullying them. And I'm like, oh, that's not the right time to put that part in. And then it cuts to him having like a 3-person with 2 women in his bedroom. And then it's just like a monologue. It cuts to him sitting there being like, I miss my ex-wife. What? I think she was my soulmate, but she left me because I chose this life and she didn't. And then it just like cuts to like noises, and then it cuts to him being like, I'm actually really lonely. So I'm like, okay. What? Damon is a very interesting guy. He says he has a lot of knowledge of the human intimate experience now just from running Sanctum. He says a lot of husbands, they bring their wives, and watching their wives interact and have intense intimate relations with another person in front of them is hot. He says the guys I've talked to directly about it say they get turned on seeing their partner turned on. They genuinely don't have jealousy or fear. They know that the woman's coming home with them. They know that. They're not worried, and they really like to see their partner get pleasure from somebody else. That just turns them on. Also, of course, they're with another woman, so they have freedom too.
Mike, do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? You know, I believe in making your own destiny. Yes, sir.
Breaking news, David has more victims other than Celeste, and we now have proof of that. I mean, this is huge. So the private investigator for this case wrote this on X, saying if they do not yet have enough evidence to charge David with they could 100% still arrest him on lesser charges. Because in California, an adult who conceals a or run away from their parent can be charged with abduction. And he says, I don't believe David could use a defense that he didn't know she was and a runaway because that was very public information. He also says he has proof that David had an ongoing illegal relationship with another at the exact same time this was ongoing with Celeste. He says he has a statement from and dozens of photos that include the and David, and law enforcement is aware of this relationship. He also said he's aware of a third. I mean, there is no excuse as to why David has not been charged yet. I mean, we don't know how many illegal relationships David has had in the past, to what extent, and what he would have done if he hadn't been caught. Rest in peace to Celeste. Let me know what you guys think about this, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
So Phantom states, I can no longer look at him the same no more. Man, that dude is evil as F. I'm out of the crib, and then that's when he left the AMP house. This process has been repeated thousands of times with any rising star. They have a playbook. They can convince them to practice Satanism, occult rituals, etc. And then when they want out, they are blackmailed to kept in line. And as you know, Cenat's definitely going to be the next mega star. It is going to be absolutely insane once he's like in all AAA Hollywood movies. We're going to be like, wow. Because it seems like he's moving away from where he actually started, which is streaming, which doesn't really make any sense unless he has another path where he is 100% going to get there because he's worshiping this type of things and doing these different rituals. Phantom reveals he's seen something crazy in Cenat's room, showing that he sold his soul. What do y'all think about this, guys? He's saying Vivette is evil. This is all claims from him. I did not make any of these claims, so what do y'all think about this? Do you think this is real?
A man claims he once saw Ellen DeGeneres dislocate her jaw and swallow an entire rotisserie chicken in one bite. The story comes from a man who says he appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show when he was a child. According to him, he was invited as a chess prodigy to demonstrate his skills. He says the taping itself went smoothly and everything seemed normal while he was on stage. But something strange happened after the show ended. He says that while walking backstage, he noticed that Ellen's dressing room door was slightly open. Curious, he glanced inside. According to his account, Ellen was sitting there eating a rotisserie chicken, but what shocked him was the way she was eating it. He claims he saw her suddenly open her mouth extremely wide, almost like her jaw had come out of place. Then, he says, she pushed the entire chicken into her mouth and swallowed it in one motion. After that, he says Ellen noticed him standing there. She looked directly at him and made a hissing sound. The man says the moment terrified him. He ran back to his dressing room and told his mother what he had seen. According to him, she did not believe the story. The claim sounds unbelievable, but similar strange stories about Ellen have circulated online before. Do you believe this?
When you're a kid, you do exaggerate a lot of things. I don't think there's any situation where you would make something up like this. Why would you? Okay, first of all, because you got to think about his perspective. Bro, he's on the Ellen show. He's about to be on TV. He's hyped. He's not, he's not worried about nothing. He's talented. He's worried about what he's doing. Why on earth would bro just randomly be like, yo, I just seen Ellen dislocate her jaw and swallow an entire chicken.
Warning, if you drink tea, stop right now. A scientist just confirmed every single cup is filling your body with billions of tiny shards that are slicing through your organs, and the damages have already started. People were terrified after a review of 19 studies found that the moment a tea bag touches hot water, it releases up to 14.7 billion micro and nanoplastic particles, with researchers confirming the particles are so tiny they pass straight through your stomach lining and into your stream and begin settling into your organ. And this is a far worse fate than you can imagine. Haunting reports show the tea bag is not paper, but they are laced with hidden layers of nylon and polypropylene plastic sealed into the seams. And even the bags labeled biodegradable still leak plastic when heated, meaning there is no safe version of what you've been drinking your entire life. With scientists now leaking lifetime microplastic exposure to organ inflammation, internal cuts, hormone destruction, reproductive damage, and increased disease risk. Companies have known this since 2019 and have not pulled a single bag off a single shelf. Switch to loose leaf and a metal strainer, and make sure you add me to tell you the stories the mainstream is not.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video made you tremble in your boots, and we're gonna be on to the next one. Thank you.